And welcome back, toy fans of Toymension. It's your host, Jimbo, again. And as my mind wanders off into space, dimensions of toys of different sorts, of different things, I like to know backstories about stuff. I like to learn, put a little knowledge in my head about stuff. And I have a fond spot of speedsters. Yes, we got the Flash here, but this guy right here is my target today. The Red Death. Who is he? Or what is he?
So here we have the Flash and Batman Earth -52. Cool artwork on the back. You got the Flash back here running through the Speed Force. Looks like it's showing some of his history. You got Captain Cold on there. These are actually cool because they're actually cards that come with the set. So, and this is our boy Red Death right here, which is a Batman and Flash mixed. It looks like a big demon in the back, but he has a cool comic book story. If you guys want to, check it out, Google Red Death and you'll find all kinds of stuff about him too. Anyways, there's a couple other things in here too. We got Superman, Batman, the Batman who laughs. Oh, I didn't know he had wings. Okay, cool. Robin, Earth -22, and you got what's that? The Grim Knights. All right, cool. All right. Anyways, that's not the focus. These are the focus. Well, especially this guy. So, anyways, I turn it around real quick. There they are, right there. Got Red Death there. Looks like he's about to attack defensive mode as the Flash is running towards him. So just so you guys know, this is a Flash from our reality. Flash body is actually in there. So yes, negative multiverse, positive multiverse. So anyways, we're gonna open this guy up and check him out. So bear with me as I pull out my famous bat knife, which I was looking for like a month, and it was actually just hiding under some of my toys. Yeah, go figure. So anyways, actually, let me just show it off real quick. Look how shiny that guy is. Oh yeah, gotta do a Flash Batman kind of video. Of course, you gotta have some kind of Batman weapon, right? So anyways, all right, let's get this guy open. So originally I paid for this guy probably about $40 when it came out. And that was a couple years ago. So when did he actually come out? Where's that on here? China. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. Where's that? Oh, 20. It came out in 2020. Okay. So that's pretty fancy. All right. I'll pull this guy open here. All right. Yeah, he's wedged in there. Little flaps over here. In there. All right. Figures in the back. Okay. You can see in the back there, got some cards. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the diorama guy out. All right. So here's the diorama guy. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of dark there. So. All right. Anyways, it comes with 2 bases, 2 stands. Get those guys out of there real quick. One stand. Two stands. Okay. And there's the cards. Now these cards are special. That to the side. Check. All right. These cards are special. They're shiny. Very shiny. Man, sorry, my lighting quality sucks, but that's okay. I'll show these off a little later. Yeah, they're shiny. Pretty much the pictures on the back is what you got on these shiny cards. So I'm going to put those to the side for the moment. All right, here's our figures. So they are literally in there. And what's cool about this diorama, you got the diorama guy here, which is cool. I like that. Solid-ish, but it's hollow on the bottom. But of course, it has this little support down here, so I don't feel it warping unless I want to break it. So that's cool. Let's put that aside real quick. All right, now we gotta get these figures out of here. I got some plastic bands and stuff in there, so we are gonna cut those guys loose. One on the arm here. So make sure you guys are careful when you do that. You don't want to cut the figure or damage it. Okay, so I think the Flash can get out of there. Red Death's got one around his waist, so try to go for the outside there. All right, and I think that's all I see on there. So these guys are like egg carton kind of things. You gotta like, oh, there's another one. Why does Flash have so many? That's because he's fast. Okay, all right. Now push this guy out. Put him aside. Push the Red Death out. Side. These little band guys. Bands, clean up a little bit here. Alright. Here's Red Death. I do like that pose though. Alright. Let's look at the Red Death first, actually. Let me see if I can get this camera closer. So, like. Alright. Camera's a little closer. Alright. Now look at that. Look at that symbol right there. I like it. It's a bat with a lightning bolt through it. So it's like a broken bat with the speed force going on here. So a lot of people don't realize this, but this right here is like, it's almost like it's its own like bat shape. You don't really see it here on this Red Death helmet, but a lot of the statues, like the pop figures I get too, this is almost, it looks like not a batarang, but almost like a bat diving, which is really freaking cool. There's his mask. Head can move up and down pretty good. Rotates left and right. Actually, you can do a 360. Look at that. So yeah, he's got some sharp spikes on him there. They look like part batarangs there. His back's kind of plain. I wish he actually had some like there's a little hole there if you want to pose him up for running with a little stand or something like that, which you can buy on eBay for a few bucks real easy. So but he does not come with a stand. All right, now I'm trying to get his. Okay, there's his little pivot point there. So I'm gonna try to fold his arm around because they had him posed in a weird way, man. So but he can move. You notice he has that little movement in there, almost like a little sleeve in there to help him out. All right, cool. His hand can move 360 it. Cool, check. All right, his extension, yep, he has the little click guys in there too. I really just like these pins, but they hold up so much better than some of the other crap I get. So yeah, he's of course double jointed in here, so he's kind of hard to pose. I feel like I'm gonna break him, so I'm just gonna. Looks like he's trying to hold a batarang too. I love that. Anyways, he is Batman though. All right, now we got, feels like twist. Yep, he was probably like this for a while, so he's probably just stuck. You just gotta work with him a little bit. There we go. So he's got his stomach up and down there, his little chest there. So this arm, man, is what's gonna boggle my mind. Okay, let's get this. Figure this guy out. Maybe rotate his arm back. Let's just leave it like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna break this dude, man. Well, let's find out. Oh, click. Just gotta be a little forceful with it. Now I got normal hand rotation there. All right, check. Thank you. All right, cool. Threw a batarang. Ah. So they did have a CW Flash versus Red Death. I was very disappointed in it too. So every time I bring up like Red Death throwing batarangs and stuff, he actually had like Speed Force batarangs, but even though it was a she, so it was actually a very, to me, knockoffy kind of thing, even though it was kind of cool. But I don't know, a cool concept. I like the suit and stuff. But anyways, all right. These ones are like gills, so but they stick out, so not bad. They're not sharp at all. That's good. So all right, his knees. His armored knee there, plate going on there. Okay, that's cool. These are somewhat sharp. Okay, obviously he can move. So this guy was actually kind of put together. A lot of McFarlane guys like see his toe. A lot of the McFarlane toys actually I heard are like falling apart and stuff. Like I said, this thing's like 3 years old now. So he does have toe movement here. Yeah. toe movies. Like I said, you just gotta work him. He was in the box for a couple years, so whatever. So that's Red Death. So let's kind of like pose him or something like that. You know, check out this base real quick. All right. So if you don't want to use the base, you know, like you said, you got these little guys, which I'll probably use those. This thing would be kind of cool for like Godzilla stuff or something. I don't know. All right. Peg holes, make sure they're really there. I actually got an action figure once, but no peg hole. I'm like, what's the point of that? All right. So I'm just gonna have him stand there, evil looking, like he's just waiting. I'll turn his head. That works for me. Yeah, just have him stand there. I do like that pose a little bit. Like he's not running away. He's not afraid. I like that. What I'll do with Flash is I'll make him, you know, be running right here too. Of course, the Flash comes with it too. I like this one. He has the long little antenna-looking lightning bolts things going on here. He actually flexes better. He flexes a lot better. Okay, that's good. It's because he was working on his cardio the whole time. His hands look like he's reaching out, trying to run through this stuff here. His head's kind of messed up a little bit. Is it me? One eye's blue and the other one looks... What? Is it blue? I think it's just squinting. It looked like it was black to me almost, but I see the blue in it now too. But he looks angry. You can tell he's like running through the Speed Force. This set does not come with other heads or anything like that, so you can't just switch stuff out. But they're heavy duty though. I mean, you can probably toss these around and stuff like that too. Yeah, his movement's so much easier than Red Death, and he has a little clicky thing going on. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna make him like he's running at him again or whatever. Maybe. No. So we want this flat. Or I'll make him like he's afraid of Red Death. Like, no! That's what I'll do. Yeah. Cool. Maybe. Hold on. That guy on there. Yeah, I like that. He's like, no, you can't. That's cool. So, yeah, that's... he's going to fall over. Let me see him bend him. Move his knee a little bit. That's what's cool about these figures. They're actually very movable, very posable. There we go. Red Death's just standing there. He's like, no! Dude. That's sick. Like I said, he's a little harder to move. Pretty good detail, but in a plain way. This Flash is really, really cool. Like I said, he has more of the comic book accurate look to me and stuff like that too. Like the long lightning bolts and stuff like that too. The gold boots, the yellow boots and stuff. And he has a little lightning bolt belt going on and stuff too. Even his like emblem was nice. So Red Death's kind of, well, plain Jane in a way. But, you know, whatever. What can you do? You can't, you know, appreciate everything. But you can't get everything you want. You can't get everything you need. But you know what? You can enjoy what you have. So, and I'm glad I have this Red Death. This is actually one of the last figures I've ever unboxed of the Red Death. I'm surprised that, you know, I'm like, man, I better start talking about him. The Flash movie is coming up, so. All right, guys. Well, that's the video of this. So I hope you guys like this. I'm sorry it was kind of a slow, long video, but it's one of those toys, man, you got to enjoy. Let me see if I can get those cards out again and see if we can, like, you know, get a better view of them. Probably not. So I might have to take some pictures, clip them or something like that. But those are some pretty cards too, man. Man, it tells you about them in the back and stuff like that too. But I have oh, that's a good idea, guys. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little scenario of how Batman actually becomes Red Death. And I'm going to try to do it in under a minute so I can turn it into a short. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Like this. Like, share, subscribe. If you're a big Flash movie, if you're excited for the Flash movie coming out, leave a comment. Or if you're not, let me know. If you like Red Death or even know who he is, please tell me something about him or a fun fact. That'd be kind of cool. So, because a lot of people don't know who he is. Like I said, he was a newer comic book run from the Negativerse and stuff, the dark dimensions, the dark multiverse. So, anyways, guys, dark metals. So, anyways, all right, guys, remember, you can never go wrong with toys. Hope you enjoy this. And that was actually kind of a cool little statue posing thing. And what's cool about this being a statue-ish kind of thing is they're action figures, so I can pose them. All right, guys, remember, never go wrong with toys. Until next time, catch you later. Not the greatest, but my focus is trying to get them in there. but that's the concept of the cards. They are very shiny and gorgeous. Whew. Flash, I need your powers. No, man, you can't have them. I want to go back and change everything. I lost all my loved ones. I've done that with Flashpoint and stuff like that. I'm taking your powers. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Oh, yeah. Batarang with all my Rose Gallery. Ding! Oh, ha! Got you. Oh, not feeling good, man. Batmobile. Ah! Cosmic treadmill. No! Speed Force. Well, that's what it feels like to have power. I am the Red Death. Beware.